welcome to the final episode of Navota. Wow, so I didn't expect the series to end so quick. I thought we were going to have a couple more episodes after the last one, but I actually managed to finish everything just this one episode. So we got pretty much everything done that we set off to do in the series, and I am so happy with how this all turned out, and the cinematic video will be out next weekend, you'll see that, but we still have a whole episode to get through right now, and this is definitely a really awesome episode because we're working on a variety of different things. So right now we're starting off by building this sort of lodge area across the map from where we've been building. So this lodge, I'm using, I forget what the asset is, but it's been an asset I've been wanting to use for a long time, like a really long time, like as in 2 years type thing, and this was the perfect spot to use it. So I was going to make a resort area that was like upscale, and it had like this, you know, the terracotta roofs and pools all over the place, and it, you know, like some desert resort. But I realized, you know, I don't really have many assets for that, and it would also be just as cool to make, you know, a resort like this, which is like a lodge and some hiking trails nearby, and I thought that was a great idea. So I did that, and the whole resort slash lodge idea came about from a suggestion on stream. I forget who suggested it, but thank you so much for that, because this was a really good way to, you know, fill the area over here. But we don't actually do much on this side of the highway. This is like the first time we've done anything here, by the way, but I do build some neighborhoods off camera that you'll probably never see, and you never actually see in the cinematics, so that was like a really pointless endeavor, but whatever. Yeah, so I've been working around here with a bunch of, so okay, what I've been doing, I'm copy-pasting these massive clusters of decals and rocks and props and trees and bushes, and I'm just copy-pasting them all over the place because I really couldn't care less about my prop limit. So, you know, I'm finished with this series now. I'm never going to be opening the save game up again after I record this audio here. And we hit like 40-something thousand props. We got, you know, we have a lot of props on the map. The limit's like 60-something thousand. But if we didn't, like, I'm just indiscriminately just copy-pasting these clusters of props all over the place just to make it look realistic, and that actually adds an incredible amount of realism. And since I'm able to do that, because I don't really need to care about my prop count, I'll do it, and I don't really care that much. But yeah, just want to add as much detail as I can and still be, you know, efficient time-wise. So yeah, this lodge area over here, I added a parking lot here, and I'm adding some tennis courts, the ones with the clay bottoms, like the clay floors. I think those are probably perfect here for Navota. I think somebody actually made a comment specifically to use the grass ones in Navota for a contrast with the ground, but like, that was a very specific comment. I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but there is actually a massive grass field that you'll see later. I think the clay is just too good to pass up, because you don't really get red rocks to build on all the time. So, and I'm adding some just trails around here so people can walk around the property, and there are some trails that go back up into the wilderness back there. But once again, I can't really build back there because once again, I can't go near the rocks. They're just like really weird up close because they don't transition directly with the ground. But I really wish I could build on them and build like a national park there. Like, park life could be a lot of fun to use in Navota, but I don't think we're ever going to get around to that, unfortunately. Let's hop into some more time-lapse. We're going to build some mansions, the first mansions and the last mansions in Navota. So see you in a couple minutes. as you see, we've been working on this little neighborhood over here. So just this one road, it's a dead end, but I'm actually using a bunch of vanilla houses here. These are all vanilla. Like, every single house here is vanilla, and what I have done is I've removed the props in the asset editor just to make it a little bit easier to work with them, because there are some really annoying props, just when you're just working with them as they come in the game. But just definitely grab these vanilla houses and mess around with them in the asset editor, and you can come up with some great stuff, because these are really awesome houses. I've actually changed like the roof colors a little bit just so they look, like more Southwestern, and it looks great. I'm really happy with this. I think this neighborhood's really cool because I haven't done anything like this elsewhere in the map, and this is one thing that was sort of on my laundry list of things to do on the map, and I'm really happy with it. It's just on this hill here, and I guess you get the best views from up here, and yeah. So right now, just detailing this house over here that's sort of this L-shaped house. Driveways were a little bit weird. I did a combination of gravel and asphalts. I know it seems like there wouldn't be gravel for, a $1 million house or something, but yeah, there is a lot of the time. So, especially in a place like this where it's one of the, I guess, parts of living in Navota. You're living in the wilds. There's lots of gravel everywhere and lots of rocks everywhere to make the gravel. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so just placing way too many props up here that nobody's ever going to see. Like, I don't even think those make it into a cinematic once, but hey, it's worth it. It's always worth it to add that extra detail. But copy pasting these clusters of, by the way, just don't try this at home. Don't copy paste clusters of stuff like this everywhere, like indiscriminately, because there are a bunch of like rocks in there and decals, and I don't know. It makes Navota look like a lot better, but every other city, it's just gonna be way too inefficient for the amount you get out of it. But Navota, you get a lot out of it. Yeah, we're gonna hop into some cinematics now, and then we're gonna start building a condo complex that's just got identical houses throughout, but it'll look realistic because unfortunately this is realistic in America. Yeah, let's hop right into the cinematics. I told you, every house is identical, but you see this all the time in America, and especially the American Southwest. Like, Arizona in particular, and then a place like, say, Palm Springs in California. You just get these complexes which are just absurd, with these Southwestern-looking houses with sort of faux architecture that's not really that authentic, but, it's got the terracotta roofs, that's all that matters. But you just copy-paste the same house over and over and over and over again with maybe one little variation. And that's what you get in those neighborhoods. And a lot of the time, they're just grids. So, yeah, it's crazy. That's sort of the American Southwest, though, if you ever go there. Or at least many parts of it. Like, if you look at Mesa, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, Some of the newer stuff that they've built there is just these complexes. And a lot of the time, this is a tiny little complex. I just wanted to show off how, you can make every single house the same and somehow have it look realistic. Yeah, like when you go to Phoenix, you just look at these neighborhoods that are just like, there's just around this golf course, but every house is the same. Like, I don't get the appeal of that. I guess that appeals to somebody somewhere, so that's all that matters. But yeah, so right now we're making the pool area for the complex, which once again is just a tiny representation of what you see in like Phoenix. Of course, you need your little community pool. So that's what I'm doing right now. We've got a couple little sub buildings here, and then just a fence around the pool. We've got a little volleyball court with some, a red rock bottom, like a clay bottom, whatever. It looks really good with the red rock soil all around, and I'm really happy with this. I'm using some cobblestone decals. Those look pretty awesome there, but yeah. Time for some more cinematics, and now we're gonna go build closer to the shopping center. I'm back. So right now we're building the city high school, or not really a city, but it's a town, and it needs a high school. And I actually put the elementary school in this complex as well, just sort of on the other side there. You see it on the left. I figured, why build more sports fields when you've already got some, and if you've got a small population. So I figured keep the elementary school right here. Might not be the most realistic, but I didn't really feel like putting it out. There wasn't really anywhere else to put it around here that wouldn't be a big disruption to everything around it. So yeah, keeping it right here. And yeah, right now I'm sort of revamping that street over by the elementary school, because I actually converted that from a 4-lane street, like 2-lane in each direction, because before it was that, like, and I didn't think that was too realistic because it didn't really go anywhere. It went to the lodge that we built and the mansions from before. That's about it, and the highway. But you know, I just turned it into a national road. I feel like that's probably just the most realistic. So the reason there's so many cars parked here is that I've got this setting on in Traffic Manager, which allows more cars to park pretty much, and really increases the accuracy of the parking simulation. So check that out. It's a feature in Traffic Manager President Edition. I've mentioned it like 20 times before, but I still find it useful to mention it because it's one of my favorite mod features out there, so definitely check that out. But yeah, the episode's going to come to a close in just a minute, and the series for that matter. So right now we're building the last neighborhood in Navota. I won't really talk much about it because you've seen over and over again as we've built these neighborhoods, the methods I've used. But yeah, it's time to end off the series. So hopefully you all enjoyed. I want to give a special shout out that I gave at the beginning of the series, but I want to repeat it because I haven't really talked about it in a while. Thank you so much to Ronix for making this whole series possible by making the LUT, the map theme, and most importantly, those rock assets that you see in the background of every cinematic. Those are massive, massive props by Ronix, called Sedona Cliffs on the workshop. He made them especially for this series, and that was an incredible help because this wouldn't have been possible without Ronix. So definitely check those out. I'm really happy that we were able to build the Sedona-inspired city, and it wouldn't have been possible without Ronix. So thank you so much, Ronix. And yeah, it's time to end the video, so hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, helps new people find the channel. And subscribe if you're new around here, and hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button to get notified whenever I upload a video, so you never miss an upload. What else? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, links are in the description. That's where you see teasers and updates and stuff like that. You know the drill. But yeah, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be doing a guest episode on Taser series, New Toulouse, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. Really incredible series. If you enjoy my videos, you'll definitely enjoy his too. Catch up on that before I do the guest episode. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoy the series, and I will see you in the cinematic video next weekend.